Job reveals shadows, vignette number 12. Remember the verse Job teaches us, found in Job 8:9. For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. As previously stated, Job gives us foreshadowing for these end of days, the days we're now in. This verse speaks about the shadow. And also in Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing has been, it that has been shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So in essence, the way things work in God's timing is everything repeats itself until, basically, you could say, the last repeat. Job foreshadows much of what will happen with Israel. And remember, as we have said in previous vignettes, Israel is the major time clock for the world. Israel is the true prophetic timeline for this end of age. After the end of this time, which we call history, a new epoch will begin. Or you could say a new age or a new timeline. But it's actually not a timeline any longer. It will be eternity. Judaism calls this the world to come. A very significant event is now happening in Israel, which also gives proof to this being near the end. Many Arab nations are now making peace deals with Israel. Also, Israel is going back into quarantine, which has actually already happened. This happened in the spring, and all Israel was bound by circumstance to keep the Sabbath. A large portion of Jewish people are secular and don't observe the religious traditions of their own people. Even more significant was the fact that Israelis were in with only family during Passover because of the quarantine. And this is exactly the way the Lord had instructed them to keep this holy time. Now the fall festivals, which have just occurred, and all Israel again was in quarantine. This time again beginning with the festival of Rosh Hashanah, which biblically actually is called Yom Teruah, the day of the trumpet blast. Job also was alone and had only the Lord to consider. And that's the way it was with Israel. They were again and still are in quarantine. And the only thing they can think about is the Lord. And, so many people live with their phones, you could say, watching videos, listening, calls, texting, all these things. It seems like our lives are surrounded by our phone. And that's the truth also with Israel. As a matter of fact, the Israelis are the ones who invented our cell phones. And so they stay, just as us, around their phones, listening to videos. So please know there are many, many incredible videos that have been made and many teachings which have been given about this time frame and about Yeshua being the Messiah of Israel, of course, of the whole world as well. And so as these Jewish people are quarantined, they are hearing more and more of their Messiah. These days we are living is a very powerful time given to us for some purpose to self-examine ourselves. Time to quiet oneself and consider God.